What's up, everyone? We're back. It's Anthony, Coach AB here from on AB Fitness Center podcast. So today I have on another client story. I love doing these because not only do we help people, get to where they got to go, but we also help to inspire others and maybe clients listening to this or maybe future clients listening to this. So today we have on here one of our good clients. This is Adam. So Adam's on the other side. Welcome, buddy. Welcome.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Adam's down well over 30 pounds with us, but the reason why Adam's on here is not just because of his weight loss, but because I feel like he is one of the busiest clients that we have aside from, like the president of the United States. We have Adam. Adam is really, really busy. He's always making moves. And if he's able to do it, anyone can do it. So I wanted to get Adam on here so we can talk about his story and talk about some of the things that he kind of struggled with, and we'll find out his secret to success. But Adam, welcome on, buddy. It's nice to
Thank you.
have you here, and you're in your flannel today. So usually
Yeah.
what they say is when someone's wearing flannel, they're about to do some serious work. So
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing.
how we doing, buddy? How's everything going?
Very good. Very good. How
Well,
you
awesome.
doing?
It's awesome to have you on here, buddy. So like I was saying, let's get this show on the road. So let's start out with your story. So how did you end up finding us, and what's your story? Give us everyone the rundown.
Sure. So about a little over a year ago when COVID really got bad, all the gyms shut down, everything shut down. I had no exercise going on. I was just getting heavier and heavier, and I started searching for something. And luckily, I came across AB Fitness on just Google searches, for local gyms that could, be safe, space out the workout, space out the clients. You feel safe in the environment there. It's clean, and I thought it would be a great fit. And luckily, I found it, and it was.
So let's talk about where you were. So we were kind of talking about it a little bit beforehand, as I like to get my facts right. But you started at around 194 with us, and you
Yeah,
got down to around 168. So it's close to about 30 pounds of fat loss, which is amazing. And your body composition obviously changed as well. I mean, you've gotten so much stronger in the gym
for
too.
sure. Yeah,
But we were talking a little bit off camera about this earlier, and you showed me a picture of you at your heaviest. So you're sitting at
scary.
168 right. You're sitting at around 168 right now. So
Yeah.
where were you at your heaviest? Let's kind of rewind time and talk about the struggles and how'd you end up getting to be, that heavy. It's kind of, let's hear it
Well,
from
yeah. So when I was younger, I was maybe in my early 30s, had young children, just got a house, always problems in the house. Everything takes time. Took over a business, just no time, thought no time for exercising. And it just started getting out of hand, and it was bad. I was over 200 pounds and, um, needed to get that weight off. Couldn't sleep at night. You're carrying that weight around. It's never comfortable, not healthy. And, I decided to start to make some changes and got back into exercising like I used to do as a kid. And weights just starts coming off. You start exercising, start moving those weights around, and the weight comes off. Diet and exercise. It's amazing. It works. They always say that, but yeah, it does work.
So then you had gotten down to what was the lowest you got down to before, the quarantine, whatever.
Before I met you guys, I was doing a lot. I was just running. I was doing a lot of running, and I got skinny. I went from over 200, well over like 210 to almost 220. I was down to 165 pounds, basically just running. And then I started gaining it back, started just trying to maintain. But then COVID hit, gyms closed, everything shut down, diet went to crap. And then I started getting heavy again. I was up to, like you said, 194. I was getting back to that 220 weight that I was at. And, I knew that's where I was headed. So I started looking for something, and I found you guys.
And that's awesome. It's a perfect transition to where I want to get to too, because most people, when they come to us or just in general, they're like, "Oh, I need to lose weight, so I just got to do a bunch of cardio." So now you kind of have that experience where you lost a bunch of weight just doing cardio. That weight came back quick.
Yes, it
Talk
did.
about the difference between like just running to lose weight versus this time where you did mostly weight training to really lose that body fat this time.
Really, I mean, honestly, didn't like the running. The running was okay. The weight was coming off, but knees hurt, ankles hurt. It's not fun. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing fun about it. I actually really just enjoy the weight training way more. I still run every once in a while, but the weight training is definitely makes me feel so much stronger, less pain in the ankles, less pain in the knees. And the muscle helps, and it just, I feel stronger, in the day-to-day life, everything just feels stronger now. So I, definitely preferred it this way.
It's so funny because most people, and I see this all the time. Weight training is hard. I mean, we had a session this morning and you kicked ass this morning, and it's just like, it's not easy to do that.
No.
It's tough. And most people, like, they just want to get away from that. So they want to try to do like the easiest thing. That's where all these gimmicks kind of come from. There's this new thing now. It's like it's kind of like yoga, but you're moving your body around. It's like, how far away do people have to get from weight training in order to like actually be able to change their body composition? And I heard a good quote recently, and I think this is perfect for this. It's like, you're being in a calorie deficit and eating less is going to tell your body to lose weight. But the type of weight training that you're doing is going to tell your body what to lose. So when you weight train, you obviously lose more fat versus losing muscle and fat. So there's a big difference there. And you, like I said, successfully have done it. So let's rewind back a little bit. So now you started back up with us. So like I said, Adam's a really busy guy. So his busy season at work, Adam, you're an accountant, right?
Yes.
So his busy season at work is between January and what? May?
Well, the last 2 years, they keep extending it. It used to be April, the good old days. It was April. It was 2 years ago, it was July, and last year was May. So we'll see what happens this year. I'm hoping it's April again, but we never know.
So last year, so he starts with us in September. He drops 12 pounds between September and basically December. So a couple weeks. And then busy season hit. Now, busy season can't do anything because at this time it's crazy out. So you gained back 12 pounds. I mean, most people would try to hide that fact that you gained the weight back. But, I want to let everyone know that this is not easy, and it's always a constant battle. That's why weight training and nutrition, it always has to be kind of in the background. You always got to be focusing on it. So how did you feel? So now you lost 12 pounds. Now it's December 31st. You're getting into work. You're super busy. And now you turn around and you're like, damn, all the weight came back on.
Yeah,
so talk about the mindset and what happened.
It's terrible. It's depressing, So the thing with my job is, besides that, it's, I'm busy. It's, I'm sitting in a seat basically 18 hours a day. So you're going to sit in a seat 18 hours a day. You're going to gain weight. I'm not even, this is my moving. I move my hand around for a mouse. So, it was tough. It was depressing, and then the diet, as soon as the exercising stops, the diet for me is out the window. I try to keep it going, maybe the first month, but when I'm not getting that exercise in and I start feeling down about myself, that's when the diet just ends. And by the time tax season ended in May, I was back up to 194 pounds again, and I got right back in with you guys. I said, all right, here we go. This is it. I'm back in. And I, got back to work, and this time 30 pounds off.
Yeah. And what's funny is, like, there's a difference I noticed, and we talked about this earlier, but I noticed a big difference in you this time versus last time, because I really feel like this time, even when you go into busy season now, it has become so ingrained in you to try to weight train, to, the nutrition. I think that this time it's definitely going to stay off this time. So what changed nutrition-wise this time around versus last?
Well, what do you mean from last time when I lost the 12 pounds, or?
Well, just in general, like, what was the mindset? Like, what was kind of like that aha moment where you're like, okay, this all makes sense now, and everything kind of clicked?
You see it working. That's how you know it makes sense. You see the weight coming off, you see the strength coming on, and you're like, all right, this is the recipe for success here. And it's very easy to continue when you see the results. Right.
And now, like I said, this time around, we're gonna make, like, we're doing everything that we can to kind of work around it. Yeah. So we're gonna Adam, and this is what successful people do. And I always say this: success is a planned event. So it's just about planning out everything. Mm-hmm. So Adam, like we said, he has a really busy season where all he does is move his hand all day. So his right arm gets really jacked during this time. Yeah. So we made a plan that Adam's going to try to come in super early. So we're setting him up with super early sessions for him to try to get in as many times as he can all week. Because remember, if he was doing 0 last time, and he even does 2 or 3 sessions this time, it's going to go well beyond where it went last time. So that's the goal this time around.
And what I'm hoping is that, 2-3 days, we squeeze that in. just getting those days in will keep my diet in check. Because like I was saying earlier, when my exercising stops, the diet's out the window. If I can keep that exercising going the 3 days a week through my, 4 or 5 month busy season, I can keep my diet going with it, and that'll make a big difference, when I come back in May or April, when my busy season's over, and I'm not going to be back in a hole, that'll keep it going there.
Right. So this perfect transition, actually, I want to shift into nutrition. So, I always tell people nutrition is the hardest part of this whole thing. You could do all the exercising you want, but if that diet's not in check, you're not going to see the type of physique change that you want to see. So let's kind of rewind time a little bit. We go back to the beginning. You get the meal plan from us. Mm-hmm. Talk about what's going through your mind now. I mean, what was your diet philosophy before you started versus when we started? And I'm telling you, hey, like you could eat whatever you want as long as you kind of factor it in.
Yeah, well, before I started with you guys, there was no diet philosophy. The diet philosophy was like I was hungry, whatever I could get in. It was, I just ate whatever I wanted. After starting with you guys, getting the diet plan, tracking the calories on the app, I started to notice that a lot of my meals were the same. You know what I'm saying? I was eating the same meals, those are meals I like, and they fit into the plan. They fit into the calorie number. They fit into the protein number, and it gets easy, because when you're first learning it, it's difficult. But once I found those meals I like that fit into the plan, then it's easy. I stopped tracking them because I eat the same thing all the time. I know what it's going to say when I punch it into the app. So, it's working, and I stick with those meals, and I change them up a little here and there, but it's pretty much the same thing. And it worked,
Yeah, it's good. So now would you say you have like a better relationship with nutrition this time around versus every other time in your life where you've dieted?
Yeah, well, I understand it a little better, but also from tracking it, I understand the portion sizes. You know what I'm saying? That makes a big difference. Even if I was eating healthy, but I was eating 10 times as much as I'm supposed to of that healthy food, it's a problem, So after tracking in the beginning and actually counting and seeing what the right sizes are supposed to be, that helps a lot.
Yeah, the portion size is like huge. Most people don't realize that. It's like, oh, I'm just going to eat this sweet potato. And the sweet potato is like, even though it's healthy, it's like 80 carbs,
Yeah.
And sweet potatoes come in all different sizes.
Yeah, they're this big, they're the size of my head.
Yeah, you can have all that happen too. And the best thing that makes me laugh the most is like when people are like, oh, I just had a bowl of fruit. And the bowl of fruit's like 60 grams of carbs. And it's like, just because it's fruit doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose weight.
I remember the first time we spoke, I told you I was eating acai bowls. Yeah, because those are healthy. You're looking at me like that's the worst thing you could eat.
I eat those when I'm trying to gain weight. Those things like 900 calories loaded.
I know. I know
they're
that.
Good.
Now.
They're delicious.
Oh, they're great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of, so now that you're going into busy season, and like we said, we got to try to plan out as much as we can. Success is a planned event. None of this is going to happen on accident. So now you're going into your busy season where you're buckling down now. So what are you going to do nutrition wise this time around to prevent that weight from coming on versus the last couple times where you just, like you said, even though you kind of.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stick to the diet. I mean, what I try to do mostly is I try to focus around the protein first. So whatever those meals are, breakfast and lunch, I get a little extra the protein side, little small, because I don't have time. When I get real busy during my busy season, I don't have time to start weighing things and, pre-packaging. There's no packaging time, unless I can do that while I'm driving, so I can't do it. So if I get that meal and I know the right sizes, I get a little heavier on the protein side, a little lighter on the carb and the fat side. I'll make that work for my breakfast and my lunch. And I'm real lucky. My wife cooks real healthy food for dinner. It's, well-balanced and I could do the same thing there, never going to tell her I'm not eating what she's making. So I look at it. I go a little heavier on the protein side, go a little lighter on the carb and the fat, and it works. I make it work that way.
Yeah. And the other thing too, which we forgot to totally mention, is like Adam has like a serious commute to get to work. It's not like he doesn't work around the block from his house. So like these are all the things that you need to consider. And most people are like, my commute is too long, my work schedule's crazy. I'll wait until do fitness. I'll wait. And that's like the worst thing you could do. I
Yeah.
interviewed another one of our clients, Mike. You guys can watch that video on this channel too. You can go back and watch that. But when I interviewed Mike, Mike's a little bit older. He's in his 60s, and he was a Wall Street professional. The whole nine. Never was able to really work out because he dedicated his whole life to it. And when I had him on, he talked about. He said, "I wish I would have done this earlier because I didn't understand how important this is." So, which kind of shifts into what I want to ask you next is like, how do you feel now that you're weight training and you're healthier versus when you were 220, the heaviest you were, whatever that number was again. I'm sorry.
It's a world of a difference. I mean, it affects everything besides, being more active with the kids, being more active with the family, besides all that. Even just if you think about it, just sleeping. When I was 200 pounds, a little over 200 pounds, you can't get comfortable. I'd lay on my stomach and I'd be short of breath. You know what I'm saying? I would lay on my back and then I'd have that weight on me and the morning my back would hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way to be, and now I get out of bed, less pain, sleep better. It's a huge difference.
It's almost like you're getting younger.
Yeah, right. In every aspect of your life, it's a huge difference.
That's great, man. That's great. Yeah. And this is like I said, the importance of weight training. It's like when you tell your body to put muscle on and keep muscle on your physique, you're going to experience a world of a difference with how you feel. Like you mentioned, like sleep. Like people don't even associate that with their weight. Oh, like, I just slept bad last night. It's like, well, it's because you're 30 pounds of fat overweight and that weight is sitting on your lungs all night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. When you have that belly and it's on, it's putting weight on your spine, your back's not going to feel good 8 hours later. It's just it's not going to happen.
Especially when you're sitting all day. And when you're in your case where all you do is sit essentially all day. You sit in the car on the way to work. You sit at work. You sit in the car on the way back home.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So Adam, for someone listening to this and they're like, okay, this guy can do it. I can do it. Adam's story is very relatable. What's been your biggest secret to success, to having so much success?
Getting that workout in, being consistent, getting there every day. Anytime I work out, I also notice too with my workouts, some of the best workouts I have are the days that I almost didn't go. You know what I'm saying? I sat at home and I was like, you know what? Tired today, or I got something I got to do. I'm not going to go. And then last minute, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to push that thing off. I'm going to get there anyway. And those are the best workouts I have. I come out of there feeling like I feel like I really accomplished something because I almost didn't go.
Love that.
And it's great.
Love that. Yeah. And I can't agree with you more on that. I mean, and I have to say, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the other end, but Adam is probably one of the most consistent clients we've had. And that is truly the key to success. And like I've talked about this hundreds of times, in every one of my videos, consistency is always the key. But Adam doesn't miss a workout, doesn't miss a gram of protein. Like he mentioned, he kind of has like his system that works for him and he just kind of follows it and just executes. Most people forget that. They get caught up in like the weeds of things like, oh, I don't know if this is working, so I'm just not going to go today. Or they let other things get in the way. I mean, listen, we both have kids. How easy is it to just say, the kids are home today, so I'm not going to go to the gym today? I mean, how easy is it to do that?
Yeah, for sure. People ask me like, how many times a week you go? And I'm like, I go at 6 because they're closed 7. They're closed on Sundays or else it'd be 7.
Adam, like I said, he's the most consistent, client that we have, doesn't miss a beat. And it's awesome to see. It really is, because that's what really makes the difference with everything. So, proud of you for that, for sure.
Yeah.
So, Adam, what would you tell someone who's listening to this, who's kind of like on the fence about this? Like, I don't know, all this sounds difficult, tracking nutrition, getting into all these workouts. Like, what would you tell someone who's on the fence about joining?
Get in there, try it. You're definitely going to enjoy it. Anything, all those things that you're thinking are hard or not something you're looking to do. Once you see the results, it's all worth it, for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed, man. I agree 100%, Adam. That is awesome. And, anything else that you want to add to this, as far as like any other secrets that you can give somebody, or one of the things that just really, really, when you changed it, noticed the biggest difference? Like, was there anything nutrition wise or anything at all?
Well, the protein, but definitely for sure. I didn't realize how much of a difference that makes. I always knew the weight training was good. You eat low calories, stuff like that. But the protein, I didn't know how important it was. And also, when I get busy, when I have things going on, I try to schedule what I have to schedule around the workout first. Yeah, awesome. So I see what time, I know what time I got to get there. Things come up. Clients want to have a conference. They want to have a Zoom. I say, all right, I could start at 10. I could start, whatever time I got to get to the gym first, I do that first. Because if you don't have your health and your fitness, everything else in life is not gonna go well. Not in the long run, it's not gonna go well. So I've prioritized the workout, prioritized the diet, and then everything else comes next.
Yeah. And that's great, man. That's like a mic drop right there, because that is true, man. It's
Yeah.
you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of everybody else. And it's literally a small investment that you're making in yourself every day. I mean, once you get on the structure, I mean, definitely initially you have that learning period, right? Where you're still trying to figure out workouts, or you're still trying to figure out nutrition and what's protein, what's carbs. But once you get past that and you kind of like get on a rhythm for what works for you and what works for your body, and once you kind of figure that out, then once you execute like that, that's really when the results come. And a lot of people are like on the cusp of having that, and then they just quit. It's like you just got to keep going that extra time, like you said. Like when you don't feel like going, go again, and then that's when you really start to like break through and have like these moments where you're like, I'm so glad that I was able to put myself first and accomplish it. So it's a small investment you can make every day in yourself, but it adds up dividends in the future. I mean, we talk, I mentioned this before, but our workouts are only 30 minutes. So you're in, you're out. That's not a big deal.
Right.
So it's not like you have to really dread coming in,
Yeah. No, the 30 minutes too. I mean, it's very hard to not fit that in. It's even with the ride over there. What is it? 45 minutes then? You know what I'm saying? So it's I try to, whenever my wife says we have this going on, we have that going on, I pull out the app and I figure out, all right, what time do I have to get there to make what we have to do here work? And you always figure it out.
And that's awesome, man. That's what makes you successful. That's it, guys. Adam told you his secret. Yeah. Don't let anything get in the way and just execute. So awesome. I really appreciate you coming on, Adam. Thank you so much for this. Like I said, I know it's going to help a lot of people who listen to this. And if you're on the other side of this and you're interested in getting started, just click the link below and you can find out all the information you need to get started. But Adam, thank you so much again. And I look forward, we should do another episode after busy season.
My busy
to keep you more accountable. I like that.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Adam, thanks for coming on, bud.
All right, thank you.